Oh no. Oh no. I didn't torque any of those. Exhaust manifold is now free. I'll slide that. Whoa. Woo. Yep, I got scared. You heard that. Hey guys, welcome back to Johnny Boy's Garage. This week we're going to be doing a shop cleanup. So I'm not entirely sure how to approach this section of the garage. I know I'm going to be putting at least one of the welding carts down under here, but that might change. I might wind up putting them on the other side of the garage too. But I think the best course of action for this is let's just clear it out and then put the stuff we want back and then reclutter everything. I know. What's crazy is this garage was clean when I set it up about 6 months ago. That's what I'm I have a feeling I'm about to scream like a little girl when I see the spider that hung this web. This web almost holds the broom up. A power washer can come hang out down here. This was a crazy marketplace find. This has all sorts of like assorted nuts and bolts, studs. It's got copper washers for brake lines. Found this for like 50 bucks with everything in it. I mean, the price of some of this stuff just straight up tells you that it's from the good old days, but like you can tell it's been used. It's from 1995, so it's been a minute. This thing's almost as old as I am. Yeah, it's got bleeders, copper washers, like you name it, it's probably in here. And for the price, I was like, yeah, I'll take it. And don't worry, we still have all this and the toolboxes to go through. I'm gonna move my battery charger over here, and I think my wheel ramps will fit up under here. So I think what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna move this and that battery over to there. And I have a toolkit back in the corner that I'm gonna move also over there. Not sure what I'm gonna do about the bandsaw. I'm gonna kind of see how it plays out. I might leave the grinder here, put the bandsaw over there, because I don't really use it that much. But let's get to moving that stuff around. Another random toolkit I acquired. Now, I don't know what I'm actually gonna do with those two toolkits, but they're there if I need them. I buy a lot of things from Harbor Freight. This is another item I don't really recommend. Some of them are okay, but like some of these drawers just come pre-warped. They don't sit right. For the same price, you can get a Craftsman brand, way better made. So yeah, I know I said I'm cleaning, but this is gonna take a while. Not entirely sure what I'm doing with that just yet. It's not really needed. It'd be nice to have somewhere, but I don't really have an immediate use for it. I'm gonna move the battery back like right there so it's out of the way. I don't even know why I hang on to this thing. This is more of a poor battery than anything, but for the one time that I need it, that's why I have it. This will go to the unsure pile. This could go here. So this is where I like to charge everything. This is that Yukon Workbench that was on sale for like 100 bucks. I do some up close stuff here. I did the timing cover on this. This still needs to be organized. It's just kind of been slapped together right now. Wire wheels, air hammer, chisel set I haven't broken out yet. I do plan on moving some of this stuff around, probably keeping like the die grinders in here, but my power tools, I'm gonna try to figure out how to put them in my box. This, I don't know what I'm gonna use for. Found this at like an Amazon return store. It's like a drawer organizer. I'm like, oh, I could use that for something. I have no idea where to put it. For for right now, it fits in there perfect though. So right now I'm undecided on whether or not I'm gonna move the air compressor over, or if I have that mobile work cart I carry around for my tools. I might put that up in there. Not 100% sure yet. We're gonna rock over to here and start cleaning all this up. So right now this is where we're at. That's some extra gaskets from the rebuild kit of the Toyota and some extra fuel injectors. Those are gonna stay there for now, but they ain't gonna be there forever. That's the head we're gonna wind up redoing. Well, not redoing, I'm just putting new valve seals on it and sending it back down on the Corolla. We got this organized. That fan is gonna go there. This stool is going to be tucked away in this corner. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm organizing this yet. But with that, I'm gonna knock out all this mess and then I will get back with you guys and then we can work on these. So I took a lot of my fluids, I put them up top, cleared out a whole bunch of room down there. I'll probably move my smaller jack stands onto the shelf just because they're kind of hard to access down there to the left behind that post. I'm going to be turning this new little Stanley cabinet thing. I'm going to be turning into my electrical connectors drawer and miscellaneous wires, stuff like that. When we get that done, then I'm going to empty out the side cabinet and we're going to rearrange that and just work our way through that box until we get to that box. The little heart box that I got, I took like household screws and stuff out of there. I want all my automotive stuff with automotive. I have this, which is gonna hold like household stuff, and the big bolts for like the engine stands for the motors. I'll store those there. Still have to get that organized, but it's a work in progress. So I got this mostly set up now. These are some wire and relay assemblies I had found. I think I got these for like $8 at a return store. Some inline fuses, switches, and a push to start. Custom wire fuses. These are fuses that I use for my amplifier. Well, fuse housings, ground cable, little spot for the multimeter. Battery terminals, I don't know if I'm going to keep those there. Just some wiring that I had in that box. This thing is far from full at the moment. That's empty. Fuse tester, and then these are all fuses. We got shrink wrap here. All the self-soldering connectors, and then it's kind of miscellaneous stuff throughout here. Got my liquid tape and electrical tape, wire cutters, and the cheap all-in-one kit that you get with basic wiring kits. We're gonna go ahead and empty this out, put it on that table. So she is emptied out. I honestly think I'm just gonna leave the parts down here for now, just because they're safer there than anywhere else they will be in this garage. I think what I'm gonna do is take both of my compression test kits. I don't know why I have a diesel compression test kit, but I do. This can go to the inside. Something I like to do when I put the stuff away like this is if I label it like that, I don't have to search for 20 minutes. It's just real quick. That's why I tend to leave stuff like that in the box, and it looks nicer, honestly. Top shelf I will use for more specialty items. It's down low. We've got pressure tester, fuel injection test kit, compression test kit, our exhaust pipe expander, and our diesel injection or diesel compression test kit. Pitman R puller, pilot bearing puller, SAE tap kit, metric, bearing and race driver, spring compressors, ball joint press. Let's give you a before shot. This is how it is currently set up. I think I'm going to take all the SAE out and kind of spread out the metric so it looks a little bit better. And it's a little bit less clustered in here. I never really use SAE. I'll probably keep the spark plug sockets because, you know, we actually do need those. But other than that, let's get to emptying out this drawer. I think that's good for this drawer. So part of what makes me want to rearrange my entire box setup is this drawer alone. So I'm going to take everything out of this drawer and we're going to start setting up our wrenches. And we're just going to kind of shuffle through. SAE are going to go in the other box just like the sockets did. So let's get this thing empty. And for our wrench organizers, I'm getting rid of toolbox widget and I'm going to the Ernst. I love these things. I use them in my work box all day. They hold up great. The toolbox widget I thought was amazing when it came out, and then I used it and I was like, I don't like these at all. So first thing I'm going to do is see how many of these I can stack in a row in the box. So I can comfortably fit that many wrenches. So I know my largest wrench in terms of ratcheting is a 19. So I'm going to start 19. Do my flex hits first. That's going to go like this all the way up to an 8mm. I think I will work my magic on the wrenches and catch you guys once the drawer's set up. I got our new 1-ton engine stand up here in this corner. There's not much of a visible difference on this shelf, but those two canisters got used a lot more. That's the piece we cut off of that shelf over there. Some gas cans, some car parts. This area was a little chaotic. I've got this all under wraps now. That heart tool set, not bad for the money. I think I got it on sale for like $100. I love that thing. I don't use it much anymore because of how many tools I have. This is up underneath the shelf. I got drain pan, power washer, 2 shop backs, battery charger, and some wheel ramps that I'll probably never really use. My welding table hangs out in this area. So does this mobile workstation. That's my go bag. I normally keep that in my car, but I had to transport some stuff, so that had to come out. That Craftsman tool set, picked it up on sale. Pretty solid for the money. I've done a few jobs with it. Moved the grinder from over there to here. That's the head we're going to be putting on the Toyota next week. That's a battery that we're going to be needing here soon for a future project that I just picked up. I've never made a video on this Yukon Workbench, but I love it. The directions can be a little hard to understand, but holds my air tools and miscellaneous stuff. I love the pegboard on it. It's also like my little charging station. It does have a little power strip built into the side, holds my floor dry down low. But really the only complaint I ever had with this thing was how it's assembled. Other than that, it's done great. Little step stool down there, rolling chair, pop-up table that we kept all the Toyota parts on for a while. There's the broom, air compressor. This is that shelf I put up in one of my videos. That hasn't changed. Down here has changed a lot. I don't remember what I had here, but I know this wasn't here. Moved my floor jacks over. My welders are right next to each other how I like. The bandsaw did keep its place. All my fluids are up top now. I moved my electrical down here. Multimeter, cheapo multimeter. But all my electrical stuff's here now. This is where I tuck away the hand warmers when it's cold up in here. Got some extra stickers. That's my borescope. Miscellaneous hardware. And this is where we did a lot of the work. So this is like all engine building related stuff, except for that. I don't know why I put that there. That's all diagnostic and install kits. But yeah, that got nice and organized. I did turn this box into my SAE box. It is still pretty empty, but all my first aids up top. Move my nut drivers and Allen keys over here. I got like bare minimum stuff over here. This is just extra stuff I didn't want in that box. Still got some screwdrivers. Snap ring pliers stayed in here. Wire strippers, some extra channel locks and whatnot. The only thing in this drawer right now is impact sockets. Brake tool drawer has stayed exactly the same. Basically since I designated this as my brake tool drawer. So this is the SAE. Extensions are over here. Miscellaneous ratchets. Just a random assortment of Allen and Torx sockets. I think there's even, yeah, there's Phillips and flatheads. A few E-Torx. Extra wrenches. I know this drawer's empty. That's where I put like my extra breaker bars, extra ratchets that I didn't want to throw away or get rid of. It's got a couple wobble extensions. I hate those. I don't have a whole lot of SAE tools, I'm not gonna lie. But at work, the only thing in my box is metric, so I'm just keeping in line with that because it is very rare that I go, hey, I need an SAE bit. Another empty drawer. This is extra lighting, extra camera accessories down here. Just extra wiring for when I do need it. I did forget to mention this shelf down here is just a bunch of extra car parts. I have stuff to work on my rear diff that I have. I have an 8.8 I want to put in the red car at some point, but I also want to rebuild it. This is where the biggest improvement was done. So this is all metric now. Extensions hang out over here. I decided to move the impact sockets up here after I did all this, so it's kind of thrown in there, but it doesn't bother me the way it sits. This drawer drove me nuts. So I really wanted my wrenches and my pliers in the same drawer. It did not matter how I did it. I could not make that work with this kit because this is too tall to fit in literally any other drawer except for this one or this one. And as you can see, that wasn't really an option, and I wanted to keep these two kits together. So this is how it wound up. This is all my ratcheting metric, and these are all my box end and open end wrenches. Screwdrivers, miscellaneous assortment of scrapers, trim tools, magnets, mirrors. This isn't 100% done, but this is like specialty stuff: seal pullers, fuel line tools, drill bits, C-clamps. This is like my hardware drawer at this point. This is a Temu pick set. It's not bad, but I never really use it. The plier drawer. I do eventually plan on getting another rack like this one, putting it back here, and then I can have my more used pliers, and then extra pliers back there. And then this is that Quinn master bit set that they sell. My Icon triple squares, and these are like CV axle sockets. And this is torque wrenches and hammers and a couple of pry bars. And I managed to fit the US General power tray into a snap-on box. I had to cut 2 inches off of this thing, but it puts all my impacts in one place and it makes it look better. This box is like a hardware and a mismatch box. It's got some stuff for like home. It's got some like random electrical stuff, solder and iron. Extra charger for the Hercules batteries, label printer. Zip ties. Everybody needs zip ties. Down low, I don't know if it's unlocked. It is not. I have random like paint and body sprays, paint and body stuff down here. Wiring loom. Just a little bit of everything, honestly. But as always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all next week.